We're checking out the goods and bads of skate in 2025 to figure out if it's really worth playing. The series has been away for more than a decade, so the return of skateboarding's biggest rival to Tony Hawk is a big deal. But do these early builds actually feel like skate, or do they feel like something completely different? The first thing that jumps out is the art style. Back in the day, skate was always known as the more realistic option compared to Tony Hawk. It had a grounded look that matched the semi-realistic skating vibe. Now, things feel a lot more cartoony. Characters have this Fortnite-light look, and even the world leans toward that brighter, simplified aesthetic. From a technical standpoint, it makes sense. The new skate has to run on PC, consoles, and even mobile, so the art style is meant to be flexible. But for longtime fans, the downgrade in realism feels like a step back. Get up close to objects and you'll notice the softer details, more like a mobile game than something that pushes modern hardware. Some players might not care, but others will miss that gritty realism the old games carried. Skate never good stories, but there was always a sense of personality. Meeting pro skaters, filming parts, or doing magazine shoots gave older games charm. In the early build, that vibe is missing. Instead of a cameraman or pros guiding you, you've got V, an AI drone that follows you around and explains things. This shift makes the game feel less like skate culture and more like a kid's app tutorial. You're not part of a living skate scene, you're just checking boxes for an AI. For a series built on culture and community, this feels a little soulless. Now here's where things get good. The actual skating feels solid. The flick-it controls are back, and tricks have a nice weight to them. Land a clean line, and there's that same rush skate fans know well. Compared to Skate 3, this version feels smoother and more fluid once you get used to it. The biggest issue right now is transition skating. For some reason, vert skating and bowls make you lose speed too fast. In the old games, you could ride transitions endlessly, but in the early build, it feels clunky. That needs tuning. But outside of that, street skating feels great. Just cruising around, chilling with music in the background, and stringing tricks together is still the best part of skate, and that part survives in the early builds. The trick variety is promising. There are new tricks to mess with, plus added freedom with climbing, parkour, and environment interaction. You can vault, climb, and drop into lines in ways that feel fresh. However, some fan favorites are missing, like dark slides. Foot plants are also in, but feel buggy and inconsistent. The good news? The developers have already said more tricks will be added. Right now, the foundation is good enough to have fun, even if it's incomplete. One surprisingly strong feature is the customization of gameplay itself. You can tweak grind magnetism, camera placement, and even assist levels. Want things more arcade-like? Keep assists high. Want pure realism? Turn them down. This flexibility is huge for replayability. Whether you're a casual player or someone chasing realism, there's room to adjust. That part feels like skate actually evolving. The early build drops you into San Vansterdam, the new city. It's large, vertical, and has plenty of spots to discover. But compared to classic maps, it feels like it's missing standout areas. No mega ramp, no huge dam, no iconic mountain gaps. Right now, the map feels like a city block with tall buildings. It's solid, but it doesn't capture the magic of past games where every corner had a hidden gem. The hope is that expansions or updates flesh this out more. Here's where the early build really struggles. Challenges feel generic, like lists of tasks rather than meaningful skate moments. Older games made you feel like you were filming a video part or getting into a magazine. Here, you're grinding ledges because the AI told you to, or collecting glowing objects that feel ripped from a different franchise. It's busy work, and it doesn't scream skateboarding culture. The ability to do challenges with friends does make them more fun, but solo, they're kind of bland. This is an online-only game. No internet, no skating. That's a tough pill to swallow for a series that used to let you play freely offline. On the flip side, the online community aspect is strong. You'll constantly see other skaters around, and the community parks, 3 rotating parks that refresh every 24 hours, are a highlight. It's cool to see the world feel alive, but losing offline play is still a huge downside. Here's the big thing: monetization. Skate is free to play, and while the devs confirmed there are no paid loot boxes or pay-to-win mechanics, there is still an item shop and the Skate Pass system. You earn 2 main currencies, San Van bucks and Rip Chips, just by skating and completing challenges. These can unlock cosmetics like clothing, decks, and gear. But if you don't want to grind, you can also buy these currencies with real money in the shop. The Skate Pass has both a free and a premium track, similar to a battle pass. All of this is strictly cosmetic, but the structure does feel like classic EA monetization. Lots of grinding unless you're willing to pay. Music is subjective, but the soundtrack so far feels underwhelming. Instead of iconic, culture-driven tracks that define skateboarding, you get a mix of cheaper licensed songs. A few are solid, but many feel forgettable. Compared to Skate 2 or Skate 3 soundtracks, it's definitely weaker. So, is Skate worth playing based on the early builds? The early builds show a game that has promise but also needs a lot of work. If you love the old games for their culture, grit, and community-driven vibe, you might feel disappointed. If you're just looking for a casual, fun skateboarding sandbox, you'll still find plenty to enjoy. So, the safest answer? Keep an eye on it. The core skating is solid, but whether it becomes the Skate revival fans dreamed of depends entirely on how much changes before launch.